Honestly, at this point, I think there's a lot more people that would be having to put this thought to, especially when you're talking about production houses making the films. They put everything through this examination now of like what makes sense to them aesthetically, like what would seem feasible in the real world. And they try and compromise the details of what had been in the comics to something that seems like they could convince themselves a person might actually really wear, you know. And oftentimes they'll throw out whole details of something that had been around forever just because they just don't feel like it's working anymore or would work practically. I come in as the fan of like, I don't want the stuff that I grew up with to be thrown out, so I try and figure out the best way to keep it sort of physically active and present in the visual representation. And so, in a way, I used to be ahead of the curve before they made all these movies look, realistic and the characters seem to be brought to life in a credible way. And now I'm sort of an anachronism trying to make the stuff look like its former self before it had been treated by Hollywood, but still making the case for how the stuff was not necessarily broken before, that if you just look at it the way the initial designers might have been seeing it, that their way did work, that there was, enough of a good design to whichever character you want to name, Captain America, say, that, you didn't need to turn his mask into a helmet, you didn't need to give him these extra straps and doodads and pockets and whatever, that there was already a really clean, good-looking design that just needed to be fairly represented on screen.